everybody, Racecrafter here, and welcome to a brand new Minecraft tutorial video. Behind me, you are witnessing a Bedrock mob farm. Yes, yes, yes. A recent change to mob spawning mechanics that Mojang has quietly snuck into the 1.11 update has totally made these farms now possible and very efficient. My good friend Conniption Fit, my brother in crime, we've teamed up together and designed this mob farm here for complete simplicity. This is about as simple as you can get for a mob farm, and seriously, this can be built within the first couple days of starting a brand new survival world. It is dead simple. There's no redstone. There's no moving parts. I mean, heck, you could build this thing out of dirt. You don't even need any tools. Seriously. You might need just a basic pickaxe to get some iron, a couple bits of iron for the hoppers, and a couple buckets. But seriously, that is it. Some wood, some dirt, and you're in business. I will totally link Conniption Fit's video or channel to the description down below, and I'll put a card up in the I can't point right, up in the top right corner, and you can click on that and check out his video that just dropped today. Gives you a total overview of this farm on different mechanics and how it works and all that jazz. But what I am going to do in this video is show you block by block how to build this puppy right here. As you can see behind me, there's just mobs dropping like there's no tomorrow. It's awesome. Oh, and there goes my night vision. Get some more night vision in me. There we go. So let me jump into a creative world real quick, and I will show you a quick visualization of this new mob spawn mechanic, and hopefully that'll help you understand it a little bit better. So let's go over there and check that out. Okay, so here we are in the creative world, and these spheres represent both the non-spawnable and spawnable areas around the player. So what Mojang has done with this new update has made mob spawning completely different than what it used to be. It used to be in a cylinder from Bedrock to build limit, and mobs could spawn in caves on the surface, all that. Well, this has changed. Our good buddy here, Steve, is going to be the player. Here's the player on this block here. This blue sphere represents the non-spawnable area, which is a 24 block radius all around the player. Up, down, side, back, forth. Now, that number has not changed in the, it used to be, it's always been 24 blocks that mobs would not spawn around the player. The big change is that beyond the 24 blocks, so from this blue sphere out to this yellow sphere, everywhere inside this yellow sphere are possible mob spawning areas. If there's a block inside here, a mob will spawn on it. Now, this sphere obviously moves with you, so as you're walking around, this whole sphere is kind of following you around, and mobs are able to spawn anywhere within this blue line and this yellow line. Now, rain, go away, rain. Whoops. Rain, go away, clear. There we go. So, we have 24 blocks from the player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Nothing is going to spawn in this area around you. However, from this point, this is the 25th, so that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Anywhere in this 30 block radius, all around, up, down, all around, this is where the mobs will spawn. And this is what's making these new farms possible. You don't, and it's eliminating surface perimeter work, cave perimeter work, lighting up caves, slabbing surface for surface spawns. Yeah, words. And you don't have to light up the whole area below you. Jeez, words. Sorry, guys. It's late. I'm just like, stumbling. But I think you're gonna get this because it's pretty easy to understand once you visualize it like this. So this whole thing is where the mobs will spawn. Inside that blue sphere, mobs will not spawn. So picture this kind of moving with you everywhere you go. So as long as you are above the surface in the air building these farms, you will not have to do any perimeter work on the ground, and mob farms will totally work and be very, very efficient. This it's a game changer. Seriously, I mean, for Bedrock to have these types of mob farms now possible is so amazing. I am so hyped for this. What do you think, Steve? You in? Steve's not that interested. Oh well. Well, I'm interested. You're interested. That's why you're here watching this video. So let's jump back onto a realm and get into the tutorial. Okay, so we've mapped out our location for our farm. We're here in a plains biome. You do want to kind of decide where you want to build this. Now, if you build this in I think there's a desert right over there. If you build it in a desert, you will get extra rotten flesh drops because you will not only get zombies that will spawn in the farm, you will also get husks. So you will kind of double up on your rotten flesh output. Alternatively, if you wanted fish, you could build it over a river or ocean biome. And if you build it over an ocean biome, now I haven't tested this in 1.11, but in 1.10, oddly enough, if you built a mob farm above an ocean, you would get squid spawning above Y63. I don't quite understand it, but I am 100% being truthful. Squid did spawn in a mob farm I built way up in the sky above an ocean. So there you go. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it still works in 1.11, but it did in 1.10. But like I said, if you want fish, build it over an ocean or river biome. And if you want just the general, skellies, zombies, spiders, witches, build it over a plains biome. So you can see the red chunk border lines here. This is a resource pack that you can download. I will leave the link in the description below. Disclaimer, I have absolutely no connection or affiliation with the creator. I take no responsibility for any mishaps that might happen to your computer or your game for this resource pack, so use at your own risk. Personally, never had an issue. Works beautifully. I love it. It's amazing. But it may not work for you, so use at your own risk. So, having said that, I have chosen my location here in a plains biome. I have blocks up there at Y165, and that is going to be the bottom of our drop zone. So our farm will start at Y165 and go upwards. So let me quickly turn off this resource pack and we will get to the build. Okay, so we are here at our platform at Y165. And we have a 4x4 platform with two little blocks jetting out here. And this is going to be our drop zone kind of tube that goes up. So first thing we want to do is drop a chest and then hoppers into the back of the chest. and then a line of hoppers pointing into each other. And there's several ways to do this, but I think this is the easiest way. You make one line going backwards and then just point the, whoa, oh, we're falling. Derp. And just point the hoppers going into that first line going into the chests. So we just point them like that. And the same thing on the other side. That way all the hoppers will eventually feed into the chest. So that is our drop zone base. So then we're going to go with our block of choice around the outside of it. Actually, I'm going to put it there. This is just the way I like to build them. Not there, there. You can choose to build however you like to. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to enclose this here. Dunks, dunks. And then I like to use a different block, but you know, whatever, like I said, whatever you want. So this is going to be block number 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go up 40 blocks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now we're going to do that for all the sides and put glass in between. So, you know, this would go up, up, and then I would put glass kind of not in the hopper, glass kind of all in between here, just to kind of give you a peek into seeing the mobs drop, because it's kind of satisfying to see them all drop down in there and get collected into the hoppers. So let me get this done and I will jump right back in with you. Okay, so we have our drop chute all built. And on this top layer, this is block 40. So we're just going to fill this in completely on the top layer. So it looks like that. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I make it 4x4? Well, couple reasons. There is still only going to be 2 that the mobs will drop into. However, spiders like to climb, and that's just kind of what they do. By making it 4x4, it helps reduce the chances of spiders climbing, and you know, kind of forces them to drop more than they want to climb. They still will climb, but this kind of helps reduce that a little bit. And also, you don't want to make it, you definitely don't want to make it 1x1. Main reason is there's a lot of mobs that are going to be spawning, and having just a single block drop chute will surely cause a traffic jam, and you'll have all kinds of mobs stuck up at the top in the water stream, and it's just not good. You can make it 2x2. That's, you know, totally up to you. Spiders, you know, will definitely climb more in a 2x2 tube. Like I said, they're going to climb anyway, so you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Just a little bit bigger helps a little bit more. So this is our top layer here on block 40. So this is where we're going to start our platform. Now our platform is going to be a total of 34 by 34 square. And that will be the start of our water tray where the mobs will drop into. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the divided, let's do some math here real quick. Okay, so 34 divided by 2 is 17. So we will be going 17 in this direction, that direction, that direction, that direction. That'll give us our 34 by 34. However, first we're going to start with the kind of feeder trough that the mobs will get pushed down into this tube. So we're going to want to start with this one being number 1, 2, and we're going to start on the middle 2. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 9th, you want to come up 1 and count out 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to have a drop down that looks like that. Now on this one, we're going to put a stair. And that the water is going to come down this way and flow and stop on the edge here because this is 8 long. And the stairs kind of help flush them down a little smoother. So we put stairs at the end of each of the lines there. So we do the same thing on this side because it's going to be too wide. And then we put our stairs there. And oh, we already got that one. So then we enclose this. This will go up, let's see, we'll drop them down like 3 extra blocks. So this was going to go up 1, 2, 3. So our platform, our 34 by 34 platform, is going to start here. That's where it's going to be, and they'll drop, actually, sorry, it's going to be there. No, I was right the first time. So they're going to drop down into here and get flushed down that way. So no, I was not right the first time. This is going to be our platform. Why can't I get this right? So they're going to drop down those 3 blocks. So we do the same thing on the other side, where we count out 8, including this one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9th comes up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should be our full 17. We'll double check that before we go any further, because apparently my math is kind of off today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and this will be our back wall going up, which will be 17. So I did it right. Yay. Whoops. Kind of like that. Now, you can do this trough, you know, more than 2 blocks wide. If you want to do it the full 4 blocks, that's cool too. You know, there's no right or wrong way. It's just whatever you prefer. Just mathematically, it works out nicely to have a 2 gap trough. So that's what I'm doing. And of course, you are free to do however you like. There's no like steadfast rule for any of this stuff. So it's 4 blocks on the end here, 3 blocks at the back there. So we do the same thing on this side, and I will get right back with you. Okay, so you want to enclose the trough completely across the drop chute, like so. So now we have our big old trough right here. So now we can start on our platform. So we're going to want to count out 17 out from each corner, and then just kind of I'll join them up together, and we go from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Do the same thing on the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, geez, 15, 16, 17. Go to the other side and do that, and then join them all up. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then we just join them up. Like that. Oh, not there. There. So there's our 34 by 34. Now we fill all that in, and we will be good to go. Okay, there is our platform all filled in. Now, along the outside edge, we want to build up 3 high all the way around. Okay, we got our 3 high wall all the way around. Now we want to start on our water platform things. I don't know really what to call them. So we're going to start here, or let's start over here. And this is going to be the end. So on this one, we're going to want to replace all this edge and all this edge with stairs. All the way down. And this helps to kind of smooth out the flow. And I've noticed some mobs, especially creepers, not so much, but skellies and zombies tend to kind of hang up on the edge for some reason. They kind of go against the flow. They do eventually drop, but they can take a little bit of time to actually drop. So this kind of virtually eliminates that and forces them just to drop down without getting hung up. And on the middle sections, like over here, so we're going to count out 8. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 9th, we're going to put a stair and then solid blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 7 total plus our 8. Now on this one, if it was a solid block and it's going to run all the way along and the water's going to be flowing down this way, baby zombies tend to get stuck right here. And they actually try and swim upstream, which is kind of weird. And so that's what prompted me to start using stairs on this section here. So this, again, it just forces them down and it doesn't kind of allow them to get stuck and try and swim upstream. So we're going to do this all the way down to that side and do on the other side. Like this. All the way down to the other side. And then we do the same thing on that side. And I'll get that done and get back with you. All right, so we got our little step down platforms done. And just to reiterate, we're going 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stairs make 7. And then this bottom one is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stairs make 8. So water flows total of 8 blocks before it stops. You can do 7 and you only need 1 bucket of water back here and it'll just flow down and keep going. You can do any number from 1 to 7 and it'll do the same thing, flow down, and stop on 8. So that is done. Now we want to start with our rails that are going to go across, which are our spawning rails. And those are going to be 3 to 4 blocks, 2, 3, we'll go 4 blocks above the water platform there. So we're going to start there. And we're going to go 2 blocks, from the edge here and 2 blocks from the edge there. So our first one, whoops, I want to start it there, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. This is for the spiders. So when the spiders spawn here, if there's only a 1 block gap, they can kind of jump off of here and land on this wall edge here and either just hang out or fall off the edge and you don't get the drops. So we're going to do our rails down, and there's going to be 26, I believe. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. No, there's going to be 28, 27, 28. And that gives us our 2 block gap. And their 2 block gap there. So each rail is going to have a 2 block gap in between, like this. And there's going to be 10 rails across, I believe. Yes, 10 rails across. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that gives us a 2 block spacing here and our 2 block spacing there. So now we just run these all down to the other side. Make sure we have our 2 block spacing. And these will eventually go 5 high. So we're going to make this 5 platforms high by 10 platforms long. So I will get this done and get right back with you. Okay, we got our first set of rails done. Now the spacing between the rails, you want 3 block spacing between the rails so that everything can spawn, including Endermen, which don't happen too often, but they can. So on that 4th block is where you would start the next rail. So you have 3 block spacing in between each rail. So we're going to go 5 high, so that's 1, 2, whoops. 1, 2, 3 on the 4th is our rail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. There's our 5th rail. And then we're going to do just like we did here, all the way up 5 times and 10 long. So I will get that done and come right back. And there is all of our rail platforms put in, and as you can see, we have already got mobs spawning. That is a great thing. Now, obviously building this in creative, there's no chance of dying, but when building these rails, you might want to think about putting the water in first, just in case you fall. That way, there's no chance of you dying, which, you know, that's a good thing. Not dying is a good thing. So now that all of our rails are in, we can start with the buttons. The buttons are going to act like a full block. The mobs are going to think that's a full block. They're going to walk off the edge, drop down, and get collected. Now you want to put the buttons on all sides, especially the ends here, and then just run them down all the sides and on the ends. And you're going to want to do that for each and every rail. I know it's a little tedious and monotonous, but it's what's needed, and it works. So we'll just get all these done, and I'll get back with you. All right, we have now got that all buttoned up. Ha ha ha. Oh, missed one. 2. Gotta make sure you get these edges too, because they can walk off the edge and drop in there. So we got that all done. So now we can go ahead and put our water in there. And it's basically just water on every one of these back ones. And that will flush them all down into the trough. And it flows down and it stops nicely right on that block. In the trough, just put 2 buckets there. That'll flush them all the way down. Water stops on the edge there. Same thing in here, just 2 buckets. And that will send them down. And we do the other side. Obviously in survival, you would only need 2 buckets. Oop, not there. 2 buckets of water, and you can you would place one, skip, then place another one, then pick up this one, place it, skip, place, pick up, place, and that way you don't have to have a million buckets of water, and you can just use 2. So that will flush them all the way down, and that spider fell to his demise, and we are practically done. Now, if you want this to run pretty much 24/7 anytime, we put a roof on it. You can put the roof, let's say like 6 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks above the top rail, like about there. And if you do not want it to run 24/7, you just want it to run at night, then just leave it as is. But I will go ahead and put a roof on it. Boom. Done. Now that is a 64 by 64 roof on there. Now you do want to put a solid block under it as well. So we'll just change this real quick to stone, 1 block lower. Because you want that unspawnable, but since slabs are transparent, it's going to allow the light in. So there, we just put that, and now it becomes total darkness. And now, unspawnable up here, total darkness here, and you can see mobs spawning. Let me get some, Let me get some night vision here so we can see. There we go. And look at that, we got pillagers spawning. There is not an outpost around here, especially way up this high. But there you go. Get some banners, get some crossbows. And you see those guys are getting a little bit hung up on there still. The stairs are not foolproof, but I did eliminate the signs this time just to kind of keep it a little cleaner. But you see, they do get hung up on there on the stairs. So I guess my tip with the stairs wasn't the greatest. They don't stay hung up quite as long as they did with a solid block on there. I think maybe if we went an extra block with the sign, there's a little bit of extra flow from the water. I don't know, it's just kind of weird like that, but they'll still drop down there. It's still going to get your collection. You're still going to get all your drops. So there it is. The super simple mob farm. Now, simple in its design and its effectiveness, however, not so simple in building. Yes, it's simple to build. It's just long and kind of tedious to do it. But you see, we did get a banner. Just in that short time, we've got some drops coming on. And, like I said, with the roof over top, it's going to run 24/7. So you just come over here and you AFK. Now, your AFK spot is going to be essentially 24 blocks from this one. So that button is 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and you'll be on the 25th. So all these, don't want those there because mobs will be spawning if you're moving around. So this is the AFK spot. You know, you can make yourself a little platform. You can build a bubble column from the surface all the way up to the top and just chill out here and watch your chest fill up with mob drops. Okay, so to avoid having spawns along the edges here of our wall, we're going to slab it up. And you can put glass here or just pretty much any spawnable block, or non-spawnable block, excuse me, can go here, you know, just whatever decoration you want to use, or, you know, whatever the case. As long as it's a non-spawnable block, it's all good. And that just goes all around the rim like that. Not like that, like that. And that way, nothing spawns except on the rails where we want them to spawn. Once again, I would like to reiterate that this is not my design solely. I did collaborate with my good buddy Conniption Fit, and again, his channel will be linked down in the description. His video on the overview of this farm and the mechanics and how it works and everything, he just dropped it today. I don't know if I'm going to get this video out today as well. It's kind of late right now, but it'll probably be yesterday or the day before. But his video is there, so please go and check that out. And then come back over here and check out the tutorial, or do this one and then that one. But please go and check out his channel. He's an awesome dude, got great content. He's a fellow castaway on the Craftaway realm with me, and he's just all around good dude. So thank you so much for watching. If there are any questions or anything, please go ahead and drop your questions down in the comments below. I read every comment and I will answer as best as I can. Hopefully I didn't forget anything here. I don't think so. But if I did, I will put any notes or anything in a pinned note in the description below. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see this farm built in everybody's world, because this is super awesome and so simple, with no redstone, no moving parts, nothing to break with unloading chunks, just drops and drops and drops. As you can see in the background, they're just dropping and dropping. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video and want to see more just like it, please show your support. Hit that like button, high five the subscribe button, and I'd love to see you in the Racecrafter Corner. So I will see you in the next video. I am out of here. See ya.